name's Dave Farthing. A bit of history. I've never lived with a woman. I've never had a girlfriend for more than 18 months. Historically, haven't had the most successful relationships. So terrible with women, in fact, that I'm still doing this bit of the speech whilst my actual girlfriend is here. And yet, still today, I've been given the job of talking to you about love. But more importantly, Ben Hardy. Next one, Tom. Ben, what a gorgeous man. Ben is a picture of success. A great bloke. With a great job. He's capable of growing a fantastic beard. He has a stunning physique and gorgeous wife. A man who knows what he wants and knows how to get it. A careful man. A considered man. A man that actually in year 7, when we were 11 years old, was telling me the benefits of setting up a fixed interest rate ISA. And a paper out there. But that, right there, sums up the difference between me and Ben. That's our relationship in a nutshell. There's Ben, flying high, and there's me, slightly behind, in his shadow, trying to catch up. Right from school, our relationship has clearly been defined. From the first day, actually, when Ben's sitting next to me, he copied my answer and read it aloud in class. One of the few answers I'd get correct that year. The timer was set. Ben was in charge, and ever since that moment, he's been one step ahead. A couple of clicks, Tom.
No way.
Not just intellectually, but clearly physically. It's hard to believe that we're the same age in this photo. And this article didn't go unnoticed. In fact, I think it was Ben's brother Chris who would constantly mock Ben for hanging around with me. The theme of the mocking being it looked like Ben was grooming me. He's got a point. But Ben, being the friend he is, wasn't fazed by this. And in every sense of the word, I looked up to Ben. He was the example to follow. And it wasn't just me who thought so. Even Graham and Annette, my own mum and dad, are here today in some sort of passive-aggressive the son we never had. But luckily, Ben didn't flaunt his clear superiority. He took me under his wing and was determined to teach me. Even from the early years, Ben taught me about the power of planning, about visualising your goals if you're ever going to achieve them. And as mere 13-year-olds, we penned the 3 things we wanted to achieve in our life together. These are 100% true. And they're simple, honest aims. The kind of things that any 13-year-old would want to achieve in life. Number 1, couple of clicks, Tom. Go to a strip club. Number 2, have a threesome. And number 3, go and see Britney Spears in concert. Unfortunately, we did only manage to achieve 2 of these. One of the few blemishes on Ben's very accomplished CV. Luckily, though, Britney is touring again next year. I'm joking. Of course, we went to see Britney, me, Ben, and my mum. Anyway, Ben had started to teach me what was important in life. Admittedly, a lot of that being about having to find girlfriends, or impress women, or be noticed by one woman. And as usual, Ben was there to lead the way. And there was no better man to do so. Watch out, girls of Durham University, because Ben and Dave have arrived. Let's just take a moment to analyse this picture. Done up to the nines. Same haircut, same shirt, hobbies, interests. We've done a bit of the Beatles and a kids program back in there. Give me a Foster's Barman, which is clearly my favourite. And what's that there in the corner? If you click on a few times, Tom, let's just have a look at this. That is Nuts Magazine. Open there on the bed for all to see. There's just one more thing we need before we hit the town. We need to give the Bachelor Pad a catchy name.
Oh God. Start again.
Something that says we're suave, we're sophisticated. Come back to ours, ladies, for some cocktails and stimulating conversation. Team Sex Room. The room of sex. Complete with signage on a one more target with that. But jokes aside, growing up and kind of figuring out about girls, about our bodies and what it means to be a man, it is difficult. And once again, Ben was there to lead the way. Just like the true friend Ben is, he decided to hit puberty 6 years before me. He went through that kind of awkward stage of growing up that we all have to. And he let me know what I was in for. He made sure I was fully prepared for this. Now this particular anecdote, I've been playing around for 10 months whether I should play it or not. I honestly can't tell if it's absolutely disgusting, or in Jill's words, who for some reason already knows this, the story of the purest friendship. And I guess we're about to find out. Tom, a bit of visual reference? Those groans suggest some people know this story, and I'll explain it now. So as I described, Ben hit puberty relatively early on, me relatively late, probably both. And Ben discovered an act that all young boys discover, that will become a prominent pastime for the next decade or two. And Ben told me about the act, and I, young innocent David, couldn't wrap my head around it. You touch a certain part of your body, and then something happened. I couldn't comprehend the result, I suppose. So step up Ben, who went home one evening after school, took part in the act, and the next day invited me over to show me the results that he caught in a old Game Boy case. Honestly, what sort of friend does that? A true leader is got to catch them all. Anyway, as Ben continued to pave the way, he moved out to Chelford, living every 21-year-old's dream. He left all of his friends behind in the squalor of the countless pubs and bars of Manchester's Northern Quarter. I wish I could have done the same, but he really started to pull in the lead at this point. Luckily, though, we got to see him once a year when he'd throw a little get-together. At these events, Ben imparted some wisdom to his underlings. If we wanted to make it as far as him in life, we should drill on some of his habits. Now, I already know this from the Britney days, but to our friends, to the gang, it was news to them. So once again, he introduced the idea of declaring your aims and your dreams and using that to help make them a reality in the year ahead. He'd had some time to figure out how to make this seem a bit more fun, and he gave it a catchy title, which in this case was the 12 for 2012. 12 things to achieve in the year ahead. Or in Ben's case, Ben's 12 for 2012 dot loud. /web. Now obviously we'd grown up a bit. He was working his job at Manchester Airport, already on the property ladder, on his way to becoming the respected professional he is today. So it wasn't childish things like go to a strip club. It was adult things like go surfing. Fine, easy, wholesome, keep you fit support. Yeah. The next one, take a ski or a snowboard lesson. You probably went down to the Trafford Centre. Yeah, nice. We both have hobbies. The next one. Spend half of my annual leave abroad. Nice. Nice. It's good for the body, the mind, the soul. And the next one. Have sex with a 9 out of 10 girl. Sorry?
Just for the audience here, can we clarify that's that age?
That's
There's a bit of confusion going on here.
I mean, he never fully confirmed. But that's like the Ben we know. Always aiming for I actually remember visiting his list. We revisited this list a few years later, and it wasn't a successful year for Ben. I think there was one extra actually. Have a threesome. God's sake, man, it's not going to happen. Actually, when I found this list, I also found a lot of the gang's lists, except for my own, which have been burned. But it's just worth a quick look at what one of our good friends Richard Bowker's aims were as a 20-something-year-old man. We'll just go on top. Gets a haircut from a real barber. Still not done it. Still not done it. Anyway, Ben finally started to lead me in other ways. We moved to London. Ben's career really took off and he started to set the pace and went bald before me, before any of us, before most 27-year-olds. I actually remember a kind of sweet moment when he asked me if he ever started to lose too much hair, I should take him for a Nando's as a kind of silent way to let him know it's time to embrace his baldness. It did catch on far too quick though. It was around that time that Ben found a woman that was going to be a huge part of his life. He was the first of us to meet someone that we kind of knew was going to be around forever, and of course, Ben did it first because it's Ben. No longer did he need to chase women or develop a serious chest infection from the sheer amount of consecutive dates he's been on, which genuinely happened, nor did he need to write down any more pervy lists of things he wanted to achieve, because he met someone, and it's kind of cheesy to say, but behind every great man there is a better woman. And it was true for Ben. But in this case, Ben was also the woman.
Yes, I'm Mrs. Bond. Naughty boy. You know what I'm saying. Ta-da.
Yes, it's the gorgeous, the sassy Mrs. Bard. Why this character exists, nobody knows. Please spare a thought for poor Frankie, who I can only assume has to be the camera woman every time Mrs. Bard comes out. But for once, it wasn't just me that was inspiring with his actions, but many people in this room, actually. Next stop. And this was to be Ben's final lesson to me, and it was how to fall in love. I remember the night Ben first messaged Frankie on a popular dating app at the time, which Wrinkle's profile at all. He was excited when she returned the ride. Next one's on. And what happened next was a trailblazing approach. A chat up line that said, "Dave, watch and learn from the master. This, you look bored." Let's have a close-up, Tom, because this is a genuine line that you used on Frankie and somehow worked. God knows what Frankie's response was, but Ben assured me it was along the lines of, "Oh my God." But Ben genuinely adored Frankie from the get-go. He finally met someone that could please him in ways that I couldn't. From the moment they've met, I've never really seen two people so in love. It was kind of weird to see Ben like this. I've never seen him like this. I've never really seen anyone like this. I think it's kind of summed up by knowing that when Ben proposed to Frankie out in the eye of the sky countryside, he secretly packed some nail varnish in his bag because he knew that Frankie would want to paint the nails before taking a photo of the ring. And I think that honestly is a kind of rare kind of love that makes you think like that. I remember saying to an old girlfriend of mine, "Why can't we be as happy as Ben and Frankie?" She's not here today.
Which one?
Really? I'm not joking. I look at Ben and Frankie and that's what I want. Whenever I go to that house and hang out with them, I can be part of a more relaxed, caring and funny relationship. They genuinely always seem to act as if they're in that sort of early stage of a relationship where it's excitable and you can't get enough of each other, but with them it just lasts and lasts. I've never seen Ben as happy as he is right now and how he's been for the last 4.5 years, and it's genuinely all down to you, Frankie. You're wonderful, you're beautiful, smart and funny. I knew you were going to be the woman Ben married when he came home from his first day with you. I asked him recently why he knew it was you he wanted to marry, and he said to me quite simply, "Because she's my mate." And I'm so happy to be able to say that you're mine too. Ben, you're the best friend I could have asked for. You've always been there. I look up to you. You've taught me so much. Sometimes too much. Just that again. Never forget that. I couldn't have wished to grow up with a better mate, and I know I'm not the only one who thinks so, because just look how many of your friends are here today. So I'd finally like to raise a toast to the wonderful Ben and Frankie.